Yes, I can. I had a lot to say. Me communicating to the possibility of a larger audience seeing it just made it a lot more difficult. Pretty much what I was catching here was, so we have the perspective of my story and everything that actually happened, and we see these other stories that seem to dismiss a lot of perspectives in order to exist. And they all have the goal of like attacking me for things that happened without looking at the greater perspective of what led to those events and why they occurred. And so me having a greater say of what's going on and why it's occurring, I'm getting rid of them for purposely avoiding getting more information, because in order for these perspectives to exist at this point, they had to have been ignoring connecting with people that could tell them the parts of the story that would actually make them stop having that goal of attacking me. And what they're doing here is they're purposely dismissing and ignoring perspectives to maintain their little story they're using to attack me. And whenever I notice it and I take charge, basically destroying them, they're expecting people to be like, "Oh, that's all he knew. That's all he knew." While he goes, "Help me, save me. I'm a good guy. This is all I know." But if you really notice, once you start describing past the perspective of what they know, you'll see that they're still standing, that they're still like keeping track of what's going on. Like you'll see that they still have attachment to that greater perspective. And in fact, whenever you catch them, it's like that story that they were using is like a pimple on their face. And they're just like looking around to make sure you haven't noticed that they're lying, that they still know all the stuff you're telling them and they're just pretending not to. And so, yeah, they're dead. I don't care. I intend for it to actually occur. I intend for everyone to share that reality with me. I want these people dead. Okay, anyway, what else is there? Ooh, I had something else. Oh man. Oh, I made a skull. I'm letting it dry right now. It's my first attempt. It's fine. I mean, I'm proud of it. I wish that, it looked more like what I had in mind, but I'm also proud of how far I've come with this. Probably gonna make a couple more, try and get it to the exact shape, think more about how I can accomplish that goal. But yeah, I'm really excited about that. So, I already talked about everything being possible. What else is there? Oh. So you know how whenever you finally start getting what you want and things start making sense and you hit that fate terminology where you feel like, wait a second, this all feels like, why would I have wanted this and why would it be happening? And you start getting scared that everything you're going through has been planned. Understand that that's a pretty natural rationalization, a fear to have, that you are being designed and placed into circumstances that you have to accept psychologically in order to survive. But understand that even in the incident where you're just being given heaven would make sense to you and it would keep going in a way that makes sense. What you're used to is a life that doesn't make sense. You're used to some sort of conflict. You're used to some sort of resistance to the path of things going your way. Now, in the sense where you're actually communicating better with what life is, with what all of this is, there are going to be events that occur that line up exactly with what you're doing, and in that radius of things occurring, you're going to be scared that you're actually being planned and precisely moved to a point. But understand that this is what would happen the more you understood things. Things would become obvious. Now, there's that argument of the more you know, the less you realize you know. But there's also that argument of the more you know, the more you're calibrated, the more that you're lined up with the environment, the more balance you have. And so the more you can be used to things that you already expected to happen occurring, the more that you can understand why things that you don't expect and can enjoy will also occur. So in the sense where things are being lined up and they seem to be planned and like you're just being moved to like some sort of, oh my God, I was thinking that right there and now it's happening right here. Oh my God, this is crazy. This is your fear of there no longer being a resistance to your existence because you're afraid that you won't have some sort of stimulus or boundary to push off of in order to maintain the character you have now. It's perfectly fine. You can choose your character once you get a higher calibration of existence. You don't want to constantly have conflicts making you the character you think is cool. You want to have the choice to just choose to be a character and interact with people also choosing to be who they want. I am 100% convinced that I can change the color of my fucking skin. And I don't fucking care anymore, alright? I just did it now. I just fucking did it. Look at this shit, nigga. Hold on. Look at this shit, nigga. I just fucking did it, nigga. Sorry. Okay, so, yeah. yeah. Dealing with that. I'm also getting lost in a lot of planes here, but I'm good. I'm good. I'm like famous here now. Like people support me. Oh shit. And it doesn't even matter if I'm famous because I'm so much as possible now. I just got rid of a lot of resistance to belief of possibility. So yeah, I'm about to fucking do some crazy shit, bro. Yeah, I know I'm dealing with this plateau of like no one expecting it, or like these couple of guys that would go insane if it happened, not expecting it to happen. But don't worry, I'm taking care of these couple of guys. After that, the only argument is how. And that's what happened here. They broke how because they didn't want to accept anything that they didn't understand or didn't want to occur, but that wasn't harmful to anyone. Okay. So yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah.